get going.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get going.
What are we on episode now? What
Happy
episode?
New Year.
Happy New Year. Wow, yeah.
I think this is 7. After a nice holiday break.
Nice holiday break. Yeah, but we're back.
What was your highlight of the holidays?
It's hard not to go with Christmas morning, you know?
Mm-hmm. Never disappoints.
Never disappoints. Yeah, got some good stuff.
Great.
Yeah, what about you?
Just the time spent with family, as
Amen.
always. As always.
Amen.
Should we jump into the FU?
We should.
We have, I think, a couple notable FUs. One is we were talking about karaoke, and I incorrectly named the song that I used to sing.
Did you?
It's Wanted, Dead or Alive by John Bon Jovi.
What did you say it was? Something Guns N' Roses, right?
No, Paradise City. That was a different song.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I said something dumb, which I'll take responsibility for. But
Next play.
Chris from Connecticut was kind enough to.
Our Connecticut listeners are.
Yeah, the audience there is very strong.
Yeah,
Very,
they
very
keep us in line.
That's right. Deservedly so.
Yeah.
What
What would we do without them?
I think the other FU we have is an update on the $2 million challenge and on the uniforms.
$2 million. Oh, yes, that's right. Let's
Can't
$2 million
believe
challenge.
I
I
can't-
completely forgot about that.
Oh, that hurts. All right, let's do uniform update on the bracket.
Okay, yeah. So we
You have
ran
the
voting.
results, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
We ran voting. Feels like it was years ago.
Right.
Get it?
It's been a year
but-
at least.
We had Bama versus LSU, Oregon, Ohio State, and Texas, USC, and Notre Dame, Penn State. First matchup, Bama versus LSU. Who do you think won?
I think Bama barely won.
You'd be correct. 13-11.
Wow.
Bama ekes out a victory.
Okay.
Then we got a little bit of an upset here. Oregon took down Ohio State
Really?
12-9.
Kind of not close. I mean,
Not really.
like Ohio State wanted it to be close, but it wasn't. Kind of like
Yeah.
the Michigan game.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And then we just got another absolute destruction by Texas. 18-3 over USC. So
Yeah.
they're feeling it.
Yeah, there.
They'll move on to play Bama.
Yeah.
Little third place in the college football playoff action.
Mm-hmm.
And then final matchup, Notre Dame took down Penn State 12-8.
Right. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
to be expected. I
Battle
think,
of classic uniforms. Okay.
So we have like a little orange and red matchup, and then we have like a little green matchup. So
Right,
Notre
so
Dame,
it's
Oregon, and Bama versus
Notre
Texas.
Dame, Oregon, Bama. Wow. Bunch of blue bloods in there except for Oregon.
What are you talking about? Oregon is,
It's not a blue blood.
in terms of football, what are you talking about? Uniform
In terms of football.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, sure.
All
All right. Well, that's exciting.
That is very exciting. All right, so then we're going to do the final 4 round of voting
Yep.
end of this week maybe?
Yeah, a day this week.
Okay,
Probably.
and then I think the reason the quantities are low, I think, is because it's on Instagram. So maybe we find an alternative here, or an additional way to vote. Maybe we'll figure that out. Maybe we won't.
Maybe we'll do a Google form.
Ooh,
What do you think about that?
I kind of like that. Well,
Something that we can
let's
just
not solve our problems on air. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Right. But, so whatever we decide on will be put on the screen in text right now.
No question.
Just because the producers are just like that.
Producers are
Yeah.
really good. That's exciting. So
Yeah, this is exciting.
So the odds on uniform favorite is Texas.
It's got to be Texas.
But the finalists look to be Texas, Oregon. If you were handicapped, although Notre Dame's been pretty strong.
Notre Dame's been strong.
That's a toss up.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like the existing
Could go either way. Yeah.
actual games this past weekend, which were amazing.
God, they were incredible.
Yeah,
Best college football playoff to exist yet, I would say,
yeah,
in terms of semifinal matchups.
yeah.
Because historically, I'm pretty sure that there's been like one blowout every year,
Mm-hmm.
but not the case this year.
The thing that was most upsetting to me was how tired I was after staying up and watching that second game.
Oh, same here.
Whew. It really set me back.
Worth it, though.
Yeah, it was a good game.
I mean,
Really wanted Texas on that one.
really want. I don't know why they threw that screen.
Yeah, that's really weird. The second to last play call where Texas throws I think they thought they might catch him napping, and they want like had they had more time on the clock, I think they would have run like a draw play, try to catch them guarding against the pass.
I don't even hate it, but it's the type of thing where if it works, you like it, but if it doesn't, you hate it.
Yeah,
I hate it.
I didn't like. I think it was to the short side of the field. I mean, I didn't do a film breakdown
Yeah,
here,
it was.
but like to the short. I hate it to the short side of the field. I mean, oof, that's gross.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other? Well, we
Yeah, let's just talk about basketball. Run
Okay.
the clip.
For $2 million. Second attempt. Okay, restart. Then rebound. No, you might have to throw rebounds. Oh, that is a dagger. Okay, where are we at? What are we at? All right. One more make, he's a millionaire. $2 million. Can he do it, ladies and gentlemen? Bang. How are we feeling? Post-game interview. How are we feeling?
I feel good. I took a good warm up, but all good.
Back to the desk, right?
That's right. Back to the grind.
all right. Wait, frame it up.
We 100K or 8 for 10 at the free throw line.
So the choice is take $100,000 in cash,
I took the 100,000.
or get an opportunity to take $2 million by hitting eight out of 10 free throws.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened?
You did it. You did it.
Cash money.
Cash money. I mean, there's an asterisk.
There is not an asterisk.
There's 100% an asterisk. Because you did it twice. We did it outside.
Okay.
You went 7 for 10, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And then we were like, I'm going inside. And you made these guys move that for their half-court game. And you're like, we just need to do one thing. And then you go out, and, it was clutch. You had early misses, as I recall.
I had
And
the
you
same
clutched up.
exact misses both times. Yeah, but I think the thing is when we talked about the original challenge, I said, am I going to get a
Proper
warm-up?
warm-up. We played one-on-one. I destroyed you in one-on-one.
Okay. Is it going to be at a good, like at a good setup? And we agreed yes. And the day we did it in, what was that? The 30th, 31st of December?
Around then, yeah.
I mean, the wind, like,
It was windy.
Substantial wind.
Yeah.
There was. I mean,
Yeah,
you were okay. I mean, like,
windy. I'll see.
okay. So I think, just, or
It was an impressive performance. I gotta say. I did not think I didn't think you had it in you. I doubted it.
never in question. It's never in doubt. From that I could do it.
just
Whether
like
I would do it under
just
pressure.
like
I
the
will
game
say,
against McLean in the district championship when we were down 6 was never in doubt,
I would not say that.
and I did. Remember? So
I know you did.
role reversal.
But I'm saying, it was. I will say, like, I felt the pressure on the, like.
I mean, we might have cracked the code on free throws. Like, shoot them like you're shooting for $2 million. UVA could use that.
UVA could use that for sure. It's interesting. It was like, it was a lot. It was a lot. That last shot, I was like, oh, I just gotta make this one because I couldn't have. I burned my 2 misses inside the first 4.
That is true.
So it's exciting stuff.
It's good stuff. I like that. I like that idea.
Did I? You said I shoot like an old
You
guy.
shoot like an old guy.
I'm gonna need the comment. People,
Well, I'm
commenters to
sure
say
that
whether or
the
not
clip has ran, so people have seen your shooting performance by now.
Shoot like an old guy.
Drop a comment. Does he shoot like an old guy?
That hurts. I feel like the fact that you didn't even remember that I did it is proof that I didn't earn enough respect from it.
No, it's been like 2.5 weeks.
It's been a week.
Goldfish memory.
It's currently the 7th.
Goldfish memory.
It's the 7th. I mean,
Goldfish memory.
Okay. It was a big victory for me.
Yeah,
Big victory.
it was.
Pretty happy about
But
it.
at the end of the day, I'm 100K richer though. Still, so.
At the end of the day, I'm 2 million richer.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
What should we move on to?
So I think we can transition out of the
Out of the
open
sports
items
world.
into I think there's nothing else to talk about in sports, is there?
No, we talked about the national championship. Who's your pick for the national championship game now?
I sort of feel like it might be Washington's year. I think if I mean it's a big if.
I'm
but-
certainly rooting for them.
Me too, but I think if I was really super impressed with Penix, the quarterback.
Oh gosh,
He
it was
just
incredible.
throwing dimes.
Like
everywhere.
he looked like I saw a quote that said, "Good quarterbacks can hit a door from 100 yards away, like or a doorknob or whatever. Penix can hit the keyhole."
Yeah.
Basically, was the analogy.
Yeah. Not from 100 yards, but
30 yards, whatever. You know what I meant.
100 yards.
Okay, we don't gotta dwell on that.
He would be
Next play.
otherworldly. Okay.
Goldfish memory.
Yeah, if he can play the way he played against
Like
Texas,
it wasn't even like the throws were that open. Like obviously
They weren't.
Texas's pass rush wasn't as effective as I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Sweat had kind of a bad game, I thought.
Mm.
But like he would just drop it like right there.
Yeah.
I would have gone for 100 yards.
No.
Right?
I mean,
Pretty much because if he
No.
dropping it right here,
no. I mean,
I don't know. Don't rule it out.
okay, but I mean, I think I think they can win if he plays that well.
Yeah.
Because I think the thing is it'll all come down to Michigan. The key is Michigan's defensive line against Washington's offense,
Yes.
because they really
If Washington wins
really
that, it'll
disrupted.
be trouble.
Yeah. Because Michigan can't get into a points battle. But I mean, Michigan really disrupted Alabama in that regard.
They did. They did. Which it should be. You know. Also, they got to stop Lake Corm if they want to win.
Right. But even so, I mean, if you could say right now, like Washington's going to score 28 or more points, you'd have to feel like the edge was to them, or 24.
Yeah,
more
if you
points.
get to 24, I think it would go to Washington. But if it's in nitty gritty like the Alabama game was, then I would say it's go to Michigan. But I would take the points. I would take probably Michigan outright, but Washington to cover.
Oh, yeah,
That would be my prediction.
Okay. So this other FU that we have is actually we had a conversation. We both participated in College Pick'em, and week over week we're stack ranking 10 games, getting 10 points if we pick it correctly, just straight up winners, down 9 points, 8 points, and you rank them.
1 point, yeah. If you're not very sure about a game, you put it at your one.
Right, and we typically, the winner gets calculated by how many points you get, but the conversation we had was whether or not you could, because we were picking it like
70%, roughly.
or more.
Yeah.
Could we win money betting the money line? And you ran the numbers.
The answer is no. House always wins. I did it a couple ways too, where you just roll over.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're down I think it was like $4 maybe at the end, which
on a $10 weekly.
Yeah.
You start.
You just put in $10.
That's it. That's your max exposure is 10, and you just lose 4.
Yeah.
Which isn't terrible.
Honestly, not bad. But I also did where if you lose money, you just put in more, so you get up to 10, and you lost. House always wins.
You
that
lose
was my
less.
takeaway.
You lose less if you put 10 in.
I
every
can't
week.
remember. I can't
As
remember. I think it
recall.
was. I think it was more actually. I think you lost like $10 that
Oh, 'cause
way.
I thought on weeks when you won more.
Because the problem is, if you have a bad week, it's so much worse than if you have a good week.
Right.
So, and that's just the way the odds are. That's how the house always wins.
I mean, the next step of the math problem is to calculate the break-even percentage, success percent.
Well, I
in
only ran it
picking.
with my picks, so maybe, I mean, probably not yours, but
Guy has one bad year. But you know what I'm saying? I wonder if you have to get to 80% or something.
that would be, yeah. It all depends on the odds.
Yeah.
If you hit a long shot odd, versus, if you hit 4 minus 200 odds versus hitting 1 plus 150,
I mean, that's the game we should organize. We should create a game where you do money line picks against the spread. I mean, that's like, where we pick the games.
I mean, maybe you got to keep your heads up in the fall for a TWIP-sponsored college football.
Quite possible.
Some sort of pick 'em.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll be even our own design. And then we'll just,
Wow.
like, I don't know if we have the brain power to do that, though.
I don't. Okay. So, all right. So that was our last bit of follow-up.
Yeah. I think we should go into the hippest beats.
Okay, let's do it.
You said last week I don't listen to enough non-rap.
I did say that.
So I took it upon me and listened to one of the greatest albums of all time, right? Isn't it? Isn't it considered that?
I mean, we're about to find out. I bet we're going to get some commentary on this.
The Dark Side of the Moon.
Right, Pink
by
Floyd.
Pink Floyd, yeah. I gave it a listen. First time ever listening to it.
Yeah, so I checked it, and it sold 40 million.
Oh, dude.
40 million copies.
That is a big-time botch by you.
Just had a little audio problem.
That's going to make my life so difficult.
The producer's going to hate me.
Moving on. Wasn't it the most highest-selling album of all time?
It was for quite a while, only to be topped by Michael Jackson, Thriller, surprisingly AC/DC Back in Black, and then Whitney Houston, The Bodyguard.
See, I gotta say that my problem with this album, and part of the reason why I've never listened to it, is expectations. I don't like rock music all that much.
I mean, you kind of do.
Not like hardcore rock. Not like, but like.
Do you like My Morning Jacket?
Yeah. But that's like.
Rock.
Is that rock considered?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I guess I don't. Expectations, basically. I was expecting more hardcore guitar for some reason.
Oh no, it's like psychedelic.
Yeah, it's like alternative. And I liked it a lot actually. I got notes.
I'd love to hear 'em.
Favorite song
Mm-hmm.
is "Breathe in the Air."
Mhm.
Breathe in the Air.
That's a good song.
Favorite song. I love that song. I like the intro. I like the intro to that song a lot.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of the beats they had. The vocals I thought were just great throughout the album.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought least favorite song, by the way, is "The Great Gig in the Sky."
Yeah, I don't like that song either.
Yeah. I thought that it had a very eerie feel to it throughout the whole thing, but at the same time, other times it would feel very heroic.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Oh, that's interesting.
I really enjoyed the variety of instruments used.
Mm-hmm.
There was a trumpet at one point that I enjoyed. And my last note is that I loved the sample at the beginning of the song "Money." Where it's a cash register.
Sure.
Obviously. And my rating is an 8.7.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm biased. It's not my type.
Okay, so you have to listen
Actually,
to...
hold on. Let me think.
That's really high. What's higher than that?
Higher than that?
In the non-hip-hop category for you.
Non-hip-hop, higher than that. I would say probably
Be careful here.
probably a My Morning Jacket. No,
The Beatles?
yeah, the Beatles. Gosh, I'm blanking.
Led Zeppelin?
Led Zeppelin was good. I don't think Led Zeppelin's as good as this though.
Oh,
It's different.
it's very different. They're all sort of at the same time frame, interesting.
No, like Michael Jackson, "Off the Wall."
Sure, a classic.
Yeah, that's up in the 9s probably though.
You gotta listen to Pink Floyd "Wish You Were Here," the album. It's shorter.
Okay.
And it's
It wasn't a very long album though.
no, but little short story. My sister, huge Pink Floyd fan.
Really? Actually, that tracks.
Humongous.
That tracks.
We had a cat, and the lead singer.
At what age did you have a cat?
We had grown up. We had cats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Oh, didn't they pee on your rug one time?
Yeah, different story. This cat did. So the lead singers of Pink Floyd are Roger Waters and David Gilmour, and the cat's name was Sir Gilmour. That's how big of a fan she was of Pink Floyd.
Was she the one who owned the cat and took care of the cat?
Yeah. She had in one of her rooms, she had a wall that she painted white.
She had multiple rooms?
Well, like in one of the houses.
Oh, yeah. Well, the way you said it, as if she...
So painted white, and she's going to paint the album cover of The Wall, which is really like the seminal Pink Floyd album that you should kind of listen to. It's got a movie to it, but it's
seminal.
super out there.
What does that mean?
Oh, well, you'll have to look it up and define it right there.
Just more work for the producer.
It's like a very noteworthy work of theirs.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, okay, so Pink Floyd would listen again.
We'll listen again.
We need to
Probably
keep going
will
down
listen
this
again.
path of different music reviews.
Yeah.
8.6? 8. No, it can't
8.7.
be.
8.7.
No, that's too high. I mean,
What do you give it?
For me,
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah, I'm a little jaded. I mean, it just for a little while there, growing up in that.
It felt like a story. It felt like a whole. It changed like my mood into the mood of the music.
Yes,
which is the definition to me of good music.
Well, and the proof point to what you're saying being correct is that they still have tribute bands that do like laser light shows and tour.
We saw one. We turned on
TV.
TV. That was so strange.
Yeah, that was weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's good. I think when in the
What do you rate it though?
I probably rate it in the high 7s. I think maybe it's like an 8, 7.9.
8.7 maybe a bit higher, but like it's in the 8s for me.
Mm.
It's 8.4 to 8.7 range. It's a strong 8.
It's so it's like back when there was only radio to listen to and cassettes and albums. Like it was on the radio all the time. It's just like got a little tired of it.
Radio, they didn't have to play like the whole album.
No, they played songs.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Like Money, like God, he's so tired of that song. And then you listen to
like
Wish
that
You Were
song,
Here,
though.
and like I think it's better. But I mean, it's good.
Wish You Were Here. What's that?
That's the name of the album, a different album by Pink Floyd.
Oh, okay. All right. Not very familiar with their category.
Discography.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's good. I'm glad you like that. So,
You got to give me another album so I can bring it back next week.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is good. So I listened to J. Cole. It was great.
2014, Forest Hills Drive, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was really good. It's a really good album. And it made me want to listen to
Tribe
Called Quest,
Tribe Called Quest.
which got you back onto that.
Tribe.
I mean,
I listened to them all day today.
I think they're better than J. Cole.
It's different.
It's different, but
It's
boy.
because he's so heavily influenced by them, and you can tell
Right.
almost.
And so it's hard for me to not. I just like
Yeah,
Tribe Called Quest.
it's like
the best.
saying. It's like saying like.
I will say that Apple Music Essentials on Tribe Called Quest very strong.
You know, I listen to them, but I also just like hit the radio button, like radio button
Sure,
for an
sure,
art.
sure.
Like I almost started listening to some De La Soul because you recommended it.
Oh, my fave.
I listened to one song and I was like, not really feeling it.
They're out.
So
They're a
I
little
switched
out
to
there.
Flow.
They're a little out there. You gotta,
Do you have notes? What do you rate that album though?
J. Cole.
For 2014, yeah. I love that
Hip hop
album.
only overall.
Overall.
7.3.
Okay.
It's hard to get into the 8s and 9s for me.
I mean, but there's like 4 or 5 certified bangers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like songs that I could play on repeat.
Yeah.
Like and not get tired.
I think if you normalize my ratings to exclude the old guy,
Yeah, I probably bumped it up to an 8.
it's definitely.
I give that album
it's
an 8.
It's in the
It's
8s if you don't because like to me the lyrics, some of that stuff like it's just like it's not as nuanced as it was when they couldn't.
His lyrics are good though.
His lyrics are amazing.
The veil is back, the ale is back.
I got it.
Flow banana, peeled is back.
But they're less nuanced than when they could be less explicit.
Right. That's what I like when listening to Tribe Called Quest today. Like there was a song where it comes on. It's like, we don't eat eggs and or something because it's got too much cholesterol. How you know something?
Yeah,
I'm talking
I know exactly what it is.
about? Like, you don't hear that today.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So we're gonna next episode we're gonna talk a little bit about the movie 8 Mile. We're gonna expand our.
Okay.
I want to talk about
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Is it time for
This week in
my
my
mind? All right, Dad.
All right, hit me.
I got a scenario for you. Okay. You're on an airplane, which you're about to be on. flying in Toronto, big Mr. Worldwide. Go through some turbulence. All of a sudden, you got over the PA system. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Could Chris Macaulay please come to the cockpit? And you're like, this is really weird. And you come to the cockpit, and they're just like this. Look, Chris, I'm going to give it to you straight. Something's gone wrong. I need you to land this plane for me.
Okay.
Can you do it?
No. I mean, I think you can. I mean, do I think I can?
You have
someone's talking to me
in your ear.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But it's just me. There's no.
You got like flight attendants.
I think, and this is a newer plane.
Yes.
It's a jet. We're talking about a
737.
Oh boy.
Like a plane, a big plane.
I think the thing is like the answer is maybe for one reason, which is autopilot probably can get you
95% of the way, at least.
Maybe 90, I think. Maybe 95, I don't know, but I feel like basically it's just a question of how hard the thing hits the ground. And whether or not I can jam on the brakes.
Amen to that. I think I could do it.
When's the last time you looked?
Every time I get on a plane.
I mean,
every time I get in the plane, I hit a little.
I think we have a listener whose son is a certified pilot now. Flies like Cessnas, yeah. And well,
maybe we'll need to get him like on.
Let me tell you,
or just get his thoughts at least, because I think if you have air traffic control in your head, in your phone, like, because if you think this is an emergency, like, it's obviously never gonna happen. They're not gonna, whatever.
Right.
It's probably like they'll call in someone to the thing, and they're like, all right, we're gonna just walk you through this, like, and autopilot's so good.
But autopilot doesn't land, I don't think.
Yeah, but how hard can it be? Like,
oh my goodness.
And then you just have the wings.
The answer is much more difficult than you think.
I'm sure it is.
Because also, like,
probably most of the buttons are labeled.
Yeah, they're labeled with jargon stuff that you don't know what it means.
But the people in my ear do.
Yeah, but they're gonna be like,
"What is this button?
Do you see the button? Do you see the button that says J427?"
And I'll be like, "Where is it?" And they'd be like, "Right
under the one that says J424."
And then I say, "Oh, J424." And I go, "Yes. What do I do? What do I do with this button?"
I think you're overestimating your cortisol levels have spiked through the roof. Your resting heart rate.
I'm cool as a cucumber.
No chance.
I'm cool as a cucumber.
No chance.
This is my big shot.
No chance.
Yeah.
I think
it's fourth quarter.
You
clutch time. I'm landing that sucker.
Somehow you've got an irrational sense of confidence, which I love about this, but it is highly unlikely. I mean, highly. Also, you just got to take one look back and think about the hundreds of people whose lives depend on your ability to, like, bring that baby down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
So much so that I'll get a standing ovation after. Okay, that was exaggeration, but I think I could do it.
I think the thing is like, the odds are not in your favor to begin with under perfect scenarios. And you know what? That's fine. You know what? We were just talking about going to Air and Space Museum. You know what we're going to do?
Go to Air and Space Museum.
And you're going to do that. They have a flight sim.
Do they?
Uh-huh. And it is impossible.
Okay. I have one more final question for you.
Okay.
New Year's happened. What is your song of the year?
For 2023?
Yeah, it came out in 2023.
It came out in 2023.
That's typically how song of the year works, yeah. Or just whatever you listen to, like, what's your song of the year?
I think my song of the year is, off the top of my head, without researching it at all, Chris Stapleton, Starting Over. I think that came out in 2024. I could be wrong.
You're wrong.
I am wrong?
Because you said 2024.
I mean 2023. Okay,
it
fine.
Didn't.
I think that came out in 2023.
Not Starting Over.
Yes.
No. He just released a project. It came out like 2020.
No.
Look it up right now.
Okay, I'll look it up, but what's your song of the year?
My Eyes by Travis Scott.
Okay.
Have you heard this song?
I don't think so.
Bang.
Oh, you were
Clock
right.
it one.
God, where does the time go?
That song came out like COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But starting over, that's yeah. No, My Eyes. It's a great song. It almost kind of sounds like Pink Floyd almost at the beginning. It's very eerie, and then it turns into just where he's just like rapping like the Rents do, and it's fire.
It's interesting that that how much music's changed because like to stay relevant in hip hop today, you have to churn out music.
Yeah.
I mean, like we were just talking about how J. Cole hadn't turned anything.
I don't
out.
think so. Like
Listen
Cardi
to him.
hasn't dropped since 2020, and he's on his rollout, and it's like only thing I see on my feed.
Okay.
That's also probably because of
you
target
yeah,
audience.
Yeah, I think just like to stay top of mind, I gotta think about it. That's a good song. That's a good question. I don't know. Song of 2023.
Yeah.
It also feels like there wasn't a big summer. Was there a big summer hit this year? Like
What do you mean? Yeah, there was. Like in for me, yeah.
no, like I'm talking about like
I don't know. I don't keep up with the old guy music releases.
wow. Okay.
Like Pink Floyd's not dropping new music. I'm pretty sure.
Well, this old guy's not loaning you any bit of his $2 million you just made hitting 8 out of 10 free throws.
Well, I'll put my $100K in the bank, and by the time I get to your age, it'll be that much.
One can only hope. All right. I think that's probably where we wrap it up.
I think so too.
All right. Good job.
You know what? Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah. Like, subscribe.
Like,
Drop a
also,
comment.
every song we talk about, not sure if you noticed, but it always appears right there. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Give a like, subscribe, leave a comment, heck. Follow us on the Instagram.
All right.
See you later.
Wrap it up.